What's up? This is Smokey back again, and we're gonna do this again. And this time around, I got the owner of the WEDF, Mr. WEDF himself, Frang Dawg. Welcome yourself.
What's going on, everyone? This is the voice of WEDF, and The Miz is the WEDF champion.
What are your thoughts, WEDF, about your ideas and everything else? I know you got a lot to say, but what are your thoughts about WEDF and the progress it has made in over a year?
Well, there some things I liked about it, and some things I just didn't like the whole there was one night where the United States Championship was changed hands like 4 times, and that really took away the prestige from the belt. And I liked what I've done with building up towards WrestleMania. I mean, sure, the league's going to have a downpour and everything. That's why I'm kind of having help with booking due to all the people on the roster. But yeah, it's been an up and down season. But I'd say it's more positive since I'm posting more shows out more than usual.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, especially since you've been posting probably I don't know, 2 or 3 shows a week, almost.
Yeah, and
Well, I just want to honestly know, what is your inspiration to making all them shows every week, especially 3 episodes a week, when most people only make 1 episode a week. What is the difference?
I don't know if it's really a difference. I just feel like I can just have so many ideas come to my mind. I'm thinking, hey, I want to put this on YouTube and show it out to everyone. Not just for me, but for them. Like WDF is mostly like what I want to do since like 2005-ish. Since I've watched like matches like Hogan versus Rock. I'm thinking, why did Hogan never face Stone Cold? Why did Undertaker never face Sting? I could do something like that.
Why did Hulk Hogan never face Sting?
I mean, Stone Cold, I mean. But I mean, I did watch SMF. That's the first leg I came upon. Like it kind of made me go like, oh hey, they've got a show out here with about 5,000 people watching a week. Why can't I? And that's how WEDF came to be. It's kind of like how Wally, he had IWT kind of like come off of WEDF and other feds too.
Yeah. This is my question about the inspiration behind WEDF, because we already talked about it in the interview over like a year and a half ago. But hang on, I gotta get my train of thought. Wally just messed me up by that little chat on the thing.
Yeah, IWT is great. He also W.
Your main inspiration is SMF. There's got to be more to it than SMF. What got you into the idea of making a collie like What made you name it WEDF?
Like Adam Way. Like Adam Way. Remember when he said WEDF, Jeff, just Harvey, and all that?
Yeah, I remember.
So it was originally like a joke name, like shows were kind of like back in the day, people were saying you shouldn't name your shows Raw and SmackDown. So I was like, well, I guess I won't name them Raw and SmackDown. I'll just go with name like Raw War and SmackDown. So I took the ICCW approach, kind of. ICCW was nothing out there, but. And then another thing is, I was like, I don't know if I like what WWE is doing right now. I wonder if I just make my own storylines and see how that goes. I'm not thinking that much is better than WWE. It's CAW and they're totally different things. But I mean it's totally different. So but what annoys me is some people say, "Oh, this is greater than WWE," when it's not. Like they're two different things. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, why don't I make my own storylines to see what happens? Like,
Yeah.
push my own talent because I'd like to see guys like Kofi Kingston get a push like he did. John Morrison was a 2-time champion, feuding with Shawn Michaels.
All good choices. I like all single one of them. That's John Morrison. That's like one of my favorite. That's what I modern my other call after Ethan Locke, as you may know. But besides that, I ain't gonna.
He's not really John Morrison though. He's more like a spoiled rich kid just coming out to the entrance of John Morrison. I mean, if he was, he'd be acting, like a rocker, like a Jim Morrison type character.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of Jim Morrison, Ocean Jack's 2009. That's John Morrison.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just trying to crack here.
Okay. Let me get my head straight right here. My head's all messed up in the first interview. But the second question is, the third question is, what leagues would you prefer to people, and what leagues would you offer criticism to, but not bash? I don't like all these people who bash leagues. Like CCL. I know you got some problems with CCL and everything, but no, I just don't see no point in bashing them when you can just offer them constructive criticism and not completely bashing them to the ground. What would you offer to the good leagues you offer, and the bad leagues? Go ahead.
The thing about CCL is that when people did give him criticism, he said he'd fix it, but he never really did, and people were like, they got annoyed by that. That's one of the reasons why, like they said, fix the sound noise because you can barely hear the commentary. Like he never really fixed that, and that annoyed a few people. That's not really bashing. We gave him criticism, but he never took it, which is what annoyed me about it. That's really all. And the Bret Michaels thing too. He never really asked Bird for permission. When Bird, it would be courteous of him to ask Bird for permission to use Bret Michaels. This is coming from Wally too, but yeah, that's kind of what annoyed some people. Like he never asked for some, and then it called champions angle. Like he never really asked if they were all right. I mean, sure, I've done that before with the Zack Starr thing, too. I'll admit I'm wrong. But sometimes you do have to ask the owner if that's all right with the storyline for that to work.
Okay, what are your favorite, what leagues do you want to promote, and what leagues do you like, and why?
Alright, I'm going to have to go to my channel because there's so many I'd like people to watch. One of them, I'm not sure if Homer's going to be watching, is DJW. I'm sure Wally's already said that in the chat. The first part. It's just some random league that's just, it's satirical at the same time, but it's funny. It's just random stuff, and it's like one of the things they might be doing is Big Show. You know how Big Show came out in white one time. I'm not sure you saw that episode, but Big Show's going to come out in white. He's going to do the Sin Cara jump into the ring.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Anyway, I'm going to go through the list. Like UWO, I mean, it's one of the few actual fantasy leagues out there. I mean, over the past few years, you've seen CAW leagues just go all original. I mean, UWO is real creative. Their matches, some of them can be too long or too short, but they generally do a good job. They don't overuse some of the characters like SCAW does. And then there's 5-star call wrestling, which I'm into. The Dre is very creative with his matches, and a lot of his CAWs just stand out like no other league. Like they don't really go copy a WWE superstar gimmick or something like that. I know that's something I've had problems with in the past, but that's just my opinion. And that's why I like FSCW. They just stand out. And then I like new WWE, even though it kind of have some bizarre booking, but any league has that. And then there's NAW, Danny Jacquelette's league. There's Jerry Max, which is a pretty cool league. I watch them constantly. And then there's new TNA, a league I'm actually helping out. IWT, I've mentioned that before. Anyway,
And
at WCW, it's interesting enough, but sometimes the booking is kind of bizarre. Like Suspect is winning the world title out of nowhere. Steven Sprider winning the Intercontinental title. It just seems disorganized. If Carter can disorganize it, I think it's be a lot better. Then there's ABWs, like an Aspies Barley Wrestling. It's really funny. They have like guys like Dr. Pizza. It's like a little tournament they have. Another league is WGE. It's sure they're new and they need to work on some storylines. Hopefully they can get on the right foot. And then you have OFW and RCW, which I've been into in the past. Sort of had some questions with the booking, and it's gotten out of hand sometimes, but I think they have potential to be good too. I have no problems with Daniel before, and he's really the one that helped Haduke and I settle everything. Anyway,
yeah, it was kind of a difficult situation back then, but carry on.
yeah, we've settled everything, and hopefully we'll make sure that RCW, it just works this time around. I'd hate to see him just quit and then restart. I mean, and this one of the things that I'm like, you can continue, just take a break and everything instead of restarting. I know you sometimes had problems with that before. I mean, if WEDF went on hiatus, I'd just hate to start with all over again. I know how that.
Yeah, but WEF has been having some problems. But as I said in the past, and I would say right now, it's always easy just to pick up and go with what you got. And as WDF, you've seen the roster we got now, and RCW is in good shape with what it's got. I think RCW is in good shape with what's coming in the next month. We got a guy named Adrian.
They're continuing.
Chris.
They're continuing.
And it got.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're continuing off HCW, I believe, the 2.0 when it ended, which is good. Let's leave off there and continue the history. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. It's all good. This is both of us talking and we're just having a good time. But what I was saying was that we got myself and we got Chris and we got you so far on the writing staff of RCW. Yeah. But first and foremost, I want to point out, so for everybody's the here and everything else, I am not going to control anything that involves Smokey or Ethan Locke in the roster. That is void to me. I done pointed out to H.A. Duke I did not want anything to do with it, and so there won't be any drama about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's been my problem in the past. People have accused me of having, powers or some kind of thing about it. But everybody respects me. you even respect me, even though we had problems in the past. We still have manned up about it, and we're talking right now. That's all about it. It's growing up, and just forgetting the past, and it's moving on.
I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Like, I might commentate some. I might just go to H.A. Duke and point something out that I might not see fit right. If he tries to fix it, then that's good. If he can't, then that's fine. If he wants to continue what he's doing. Sometimes we do that with WEDF. Sometimes Josh will be like, don't do this, don't do this. I'm like, I'll try not to do it, but I kind of want to do it anyway. So it's just really my decision, my final decision. Really, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Out of all the, go ahead.
I just want like continued storylines and not rushing everything because I don't want to rush my own storylines either. Like
What I'm kind of interested because you got all these people talking crap. Of every single time original call gets a title like a tag team title, for example. I'm not gonna say any names, but you know what I'm talking about. Why do you think people do that? Why do you think people complain? Is it because your league is supposed to be like WWE, TNA, and all them other people, and nobody else wants the original cause to win it? Why do they do that? Why do they always complain every single time an original call wins a title in WWE?
I think it's the way how they win the title more than it's them winning the title itself. Just with the Suspect and Miz feud, Suspect took the title away from Miz too fast, and that really hurt Miz's credibility. That's kind of way. If Suspect just had chased the title for about a few months and then won it, kind of like Ocean Jackson, Might Icon are doing now in WEDF, they'd be fine with it. I think. Really, the Suspect thing just recently was due to Matt Hardy just being a screw up, and I didn't really want him in my league anymore. So I just gave Suspect a run and Dinero a run. I'm probably going to give them a longer run this time because every time Suspect has held the title, it's always been short. I think he deserves better than that.
Yeah, especially since he beat me in his debut match. I think he deserves some kind of credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, sure, his character might not fit, but maybe I can try to find a way to fit his character around. Like, him teaming up with Dinero has worked out pretty well, also due to new TNA, also using him too. It's just, sometimes I'll help promote other leagues by actually having carried over storylines. Like, one time Vertex was in there, and that helped some of the Vivian leagues get some subscribers.
Yeah, but I'm not for sure if anybody else from the SC, some people have problems with me, some people don't. But I'm speaking to you, Wally, and I'm speaking to you, WDF. I don't got no problem with you. I ain't got no problem with Wally. I don't got no problem with nobody in the ASC. I don't go there because I choose not to go there, and I respect them to respect me and my decision in that.
I haven't really cared. You just go to your own forums. I'll go there. That's fine. I mean, most of the forum members itself actually go to the WEDF forums too.
Yeah. We all go to different places, in other words. But we're moving on that topic. We're gonna move on into this interview.
IWT.
What do you? Yeah, IWT forums are great. I know it, Wally. But okay. What do you talking about real wrestling right now? I'm not for sure if you saw the Super SmackDown, but Triple H and CM Punk signed the contract to fight at the Night of Champions. What do you think about that storyline? Do you think it fits and all this? Do you think it should have been Kevin Nash versus thing, or you think it's right to do Triple H versus CM Punk?
I thought due to Kevin Nash's situation, it was kind of too fast, but it was Kevin Nash's injury that really halted it. I mean, they could save Nash, and it's just so unpredictable right now. You just really can't tell what's going to happen. You just have to let the feud just carry itself out. Just keep speculating and keep guessing. That's what WWE is doing, is just keeping the viewer guessing of what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I actually think my personal. I know my opinion don't matter much to most people on here, and probably don't, But WWE, it isn't really that bad in my opinion. It got some flaws in it, but it ain't really it won't never be Raw as Warrior anymore. People expect that whole, attitude area to come back, or the PG area to completely go bye-bye.
Yeah, that's what really annoys me. These smarks on here just really kill that. Where they say, "Oh, bring back the Attitude Era, bring back Rock and Olsen, kick Cena's ass, turn Cena heel, push John Morrison." I mean, yeah, and then turn everyone heel, and then yet they complain when TNA does that same thing too, which even though TNA sucked, and then they praise ROH, saying ROH is better than WWE, even though WWE has like 10 times or more as much viewers as ROH.
Or the people who say that still view WWE.
Like the casual viewer isn't going to know what ROH really is. And they think, oh, ROH is such a god and you can't bash it. Like WWE can be criticized, but ROH, if you criticize that, it's like, screw off.
As Wally says, the Roderick Strong and Lariats.
Oh yeah, Lariat and original in series, even though Chicken Vino is kind of old now.
That's been overplayed for like what, 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah,
I think that's whatever caused her to get bad. In all honesty, I think the only leagues, personally, the only leagues that have become interesting is WDF, RCW, before it went under, and OFW, HCW, probably a few other leagues. I'm starting to get into new TNA. I didn't like Josh for a long time commentating because he bashed me a lot in the past, but lately, we work things out. They might joke about it on the forums, but I learned to grow with that.
Oh, something I've changed up in WEDF is how everyone commentates, and everyone's fine with this, is that we really don't need to be talking about that during the show, because the casual fan is going to be thinking, what the hell are they talking about? Why should I watch if this guy hates this guy personally? And it's just killing the commentary. They're going inside jokes are just so old, like Wally says, or just straight up saying, I hate this guy, just screw him, screw this character. When I really want to approach more a realistic commentary approach like you see on real television instead, which is why I've gotten on people like Kool-Aid, who always goes off topic, which is one of the reasons why I've gotten rid of him, really. And then he said, oh, I don't feel like, I didn't want to commentate anyway, when in reality, he'd still be commentating if I didn't fire him.
Yeah. It's just the whole inside. I like to say it's called politics, because it got, certain things you should do and certain things you shouldn't do. But in reality, it don't matter what you do, because it's called. We all do this to have fun and nothing else.
Yeah,
and
just,
involvements
just annoys the viewer when they see this and they're like, I don't understand what's going on here. Why are they talking about something other than the match or storylines?
Exactly. But it's still, it annoys me when people, especially like you just said, commentary wise, whenever people, bring out old, like chat box drama or whatever, brings it onto the commentary and talks about it. And people, as you said, be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Why, what the hell? Oh, I'm just going to just join this guy because he said this, cause he said this guy is this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like the SMF commentary too. Like, Dingoes will be just so off topic. It's not really, the bashing since that's been fixed, if you want to call that, but it's really just the whole off topic commentary. Like, people just want to see it be like a wrestling show with, like, real life, like, commentary, even though it's just a CAW show.
Yeah. That's the reason I liked, I hate to bring up old memories and everything else, but the last major show I remember me and you commentate. I remember this one match whenever Edge speared Jericho off the ladder. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. We also commentated Flashing Back, too.
Yeah, but that's the last, that's just the main one that sticks out of my mind. That's the best moment of WDF in my mindset because of that moment and that reaction to that situation. It was like realistic because I didn't expect it. It was like, holy shit.
It was a mark out moment.
I mean?
Like Booker T, like Matt Striker's reaction to Booker T returning at the Rumble, or Kevin Nash is like, holy shit. I can say now, holy shit, since it's not censored.
Oh no, it's not censored here. This is Smokey, and this show is, it don't matter what it is. But we're gonna move on. Let's see. What have we talked about on this interview?
ROH
okay.
sucks.
Yeah, ROH does suck pretty bad. And holy macaroni, quote Wally. But anyway, okay, Frang Dawg. I want to personally talk to you for a second about what do you want to do? What do you expect from WDF in the next year? What do you want to do with it? Like, no, you don't have to give no spoilers away, but what do you want to do with it? What do you expect? And what do you expect your fans to think?
Like, what do you mean, like, future plans?
Yeah.
What I'm planning on doing is taking a different approach and actually having Josh and Zach Shore, I think he's been in the same chat as them. They're going to actually have their own shows. It's going to be like a booking team I'm going to have where they actually have their own shows. Of course, I'm going to maybe give my own input and finalize the storylines. Like, I'll be like Vince McMahon of the booking team where everything has to go through me before it gets finalized. Well, we follow some good ideas that we all want to do as a team. So what I'm planning on doing is having like a team effort to put ideas in WEDF to make it just seem like a better product and not have anything go wrong. Just be forgotten about for no reason.
That sounds interesting. It's always good to have help.
I expect WEDF to possibly go on for maybe another 5 years, maybe more. I might just never stop, never retire.
You're a braver man than me, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure how long I'll continue on. I probably could.
Rough draft. I'm not sure when I'll stop. I'll just stop when I want to stop. But if I do want to stop, I do want to stop whenever a WrestleMania appears. Like, I want a WrestleMania to be my final show altogether.
Yeah. So this is you gonna be. this WrestleMania is going to be number 2.
Yeah. Smokey first.
I kind of think, that's another thing I want to talk about. Not many people know about it unless they watch the last pay-per-view, the CPV or whatever, but I am back. Smokey has made it back into WEDF.
Unfortunately, Cody Rhodes thinks you're totally undashing. And he really... He'd even let you compete in a Rumble match. Like, he took your spot. And now he's going to gloat about it in ECCW. I wonder how you're going to react to that on the next episode.
Well, I got a little surprise for him, and for everybody else in the WWF universe, I got a surprise for them also, because I got a little secret in my mind that everybody will be mind blown, and you can trust that.
What do you think of Cody Rhodes, though? He thinks you're on dashing. I don't know what you think. We're getting so off topic now. Cody Rhodes thinks...
No, I don't care. Cody Rhodes think I'm not dashing. Have you looked at his face? Seriously. Cody Rhodes. A second generation superstar, right?
Yeah.
And you look at his face and he tries to act like he's all good looking, but he's just a skinny, pecan looking motherfucker who is a macaroni head. And if you want some, don't attack me from the back. That's just all I'm saying. If you want some, come get some. As John Cena says, I ain't afraid to quote it. I ain't afraid to say it. I ain't no procrastinator, but I damn say it.
Maybe you'll get your bucket of acid. Maybe if you get your bucket of acid on him and make sure his face becomes disorganized.
Oh, I will. Trust me. I got ways to do that, just like I did Kozlov. And you know how that Russian idiot turned out.
Anyway, what's next on the interview?
That character dramatization is over with. So, who, let me see. This is gonna be the last of it. I can't come up with nothing really to say. Who would you recommend? I know you got your little recommend list on your channel, but you ain't got it on my channel. Recommend who you should see, and who do you think that people should watch out for, and that are coming up. You know, there's always leagues that are coming up that people don't notice.
You want me to mention a league that's not on the list?
Yeah, like leagues that are coming up.
It's actually pretty hard. I know BCW is coming back. I'm not sure if I'm gonna really watch that though, but
you should, because somebody surprising might show up.
Well, you could maybe look at that. Maybe the CAW Young Lions Cup, which Spider's hosting. Maybe check out NESC. Sure, that some of the characters I don't like in them, but their matches are pretty good. And then there's WCW Thunder, which is on CB Carter 31. It's booked by Patch, and he's gonna fix some things that and help bring prestige back to those titles too. Like this WCW Thunder, where Carter has Nitro. I suggest maybe watching that in the future. And some IWT, URW. It's another one owned by Hill's Only Child. I mean, I haven't gotten to watching it yet, but what I've heard about it is not bad. And then there's like New TNA. I mean, there's just a few out there that could really have potential. Like H.A. Duke said, and I'm going to say this now, New TNA in the end might be better than WEDF when it's all said and done.
Yeah, there's always some kind of league that's going to replace another top league. And I actually agree with you. even though that me and Oceanx had different opinions about things over the years. But I actually think he's doing a good thing with new TNA, and I like the way it's going. So anybody that's viewing this video, I hope y'all go check that out. Oceanx, what's his account name?
Oceanx21. Oceanx21.
Oceanx21.
Or if you just check my channel, his pay-per-view is going to be in my featured video list.
Yeah, it was against all odds. I watched it and it was pretty good. I hope y'all check that out.
Also, I'm gonna have to say this again. DJW, Danny Jackpot Wrestling. I mean, you should even try watching it. It's just so random and fun. It's like if you want to, you can check it out. But even so, the viewers could check it out too. That's
I have to say, anything that says Danny Jackpot, I have to be iffy about.
It's not really about Danny Jackpot, really. Danny Jackpot isn't really the main focus. It's like, let's see. It's just like DJW Battle Royal, haduke from like WCW's Cold Blooded. There's Oceanx 2009.
Yeah.
Primo is an alien, like Wally said. It's just it's like an inside joke. I'm not sure if you'll get it or not, but it's pretty funny though. For me, it is.
Primo's alien, but Primo actually does look like an alien, so it don't matter. But let's see. Shit, I had it in my mind just a second ago, but I forgot it. Anyway, I'm gonna say shit. Anything you want to add to your league or anything you want to explain about your league that some people don't know? Because I got some new subscribers that I'm not for sure that know about WDF, and you would explain what your league is about and etc.
Well, if you have an original call, don't ask me. It's not going to happen. I have like you coming back. I might have another one. But that's all you're really going to get. It's just so hard to book a CAW. That's really why. And if I choose to have someone else in, then everyone else is going to want in too. Like I have 4,000 people. You're going to have 3,000 people want their own CAW in the show.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, especially the male subscribers you got. You got comments all the time on your channel. Push this guy, push that guy. It's a lot of pressure for a call league owner because you got all them people comment on your thing saying, push this guy, push this guy, push this guy, push this guy. Don't push this guy. I hate this guy. You better not do this. You better not do that. I hate that you made Suspect a tag team champion. I hate that you made John Cena champion. It's just like WWE, blah, blah, blah. Same thing over and over.
I don't think anyone really disliked the congregation. Although they said maybe it's a bit too fast, but I had to get the titles off Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
I didn't even expect to give them a tag title run, but in the end, I think it's actually going to work in the end.
Hey, WF, you tell you what dislikes? A Daniel Bryan kick.
Daniel Bryan.
The whole thing. Kick.
The Brothers of Deduction. That was one of our suggestions. Anyway, Daniel Bryan's a nerd. And I guess we're going to wrap it up. Like, he doesn't even own a TV.
Probably don't. I wouldn't be surprised with that. But yeah, WDF. It's been a long time coming. It's been probably about a year and a half, 2 years since we done this again. But I appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate Wally coming on this show. Is there any closing thoughts?
Not really. Anyway, this is the voice of WEDF, And The Miz is headlining WrestleMania. Anyway, I'd suggest watching the 6 shows I have coming out in the next 2 days. 3 ECCWs, 1 Raw, 1 SmackDown, and a Raw SmackDown Super Show.
And Smokey's coming back, baby.
FDW?
Yes, in the winter of 2011, FDW is coming back. Suspect, Alex Snow, everybody is going to be back in FDW, and WEDF is going to be awesome, of course, along with IWT. And Chris is awesome also. Kevin, shout outs to you. You're awesome. Everybody else, I appreciate y'all if y'all stay tuned to this whole interview. This is a long interview with 2 guys, but I appreciate y'all coming on the first episode of the Smoke Room. This is Smokey, and that's Wally, and this is WDF. Peace.